Do you guys face any stigma as young Republicans in your experiences here and living here?
They're pretty out there questions. Like somebody once asked me, he's like, would you only date a Republican? And I said, well, yeah, because at dinner, I'm gonna reach across the table and say, hey, excuse me, can I see your voter registration card?
I've actually had a date walk out. I mean, she told me that she walked out because a Republican was a deal breaker. I couldn't have been that bad a company.
It's just very sad at the end of the day. You can be almost anything except for a Republican here.
What misperceptions do you want to dispel?
I think that there are a lot of misconceptions about the party. Some of the things that people believe about the party are true. There is a lack of racial diversity in this panel is more diverse racially than the Republican Party. Now that is a statistical reality.
Everybody on this stage has always get the question, oh, you're a Republican. Or, Republicans are racist, Republicans are homophobic. We fight against that constantly. And now you have a guy that the standard bearer of our party, as of today, is standing up and making racist comments, anti-immigrant comments.
Moving on to the kind of elephant in the room. Talk out your feelings about Donald Trump.
I mean, he's our nominee. I think at the end of the day, it's going to be very challenging for me to walk in and actually vote for him.
I know a lot of Republicans are just like, well, I don't like Trump at all. I'm just going to vote for Hillary because I know she'll win. And I'm like, so you're just voting for her just based off you don't like Trump? And it's like, oh yeah. I'm just like, that's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard of.
That's where we're at this point.
I agree with Rachel, and I guess for Mr. Trump, congratulations are in order. Now, obviously, his comments about immigrants, about women, about pretty much every demographic group that the Republicans.
Equally offensive to everyone.
Right. Yeah, it's an equal opportunity offender.
Anything that I've done in the effort to advance conservative principles would be invalidated by me voting for Donald Trump. And there's no way that I could, look my children in the eye and say that, I did vote for the first African American president in 2008, and because I have these values and I have these beliefs, then at the same time turn around and also look at them and say, but I went to a booth in 2016 and voted for Donald Trump. That to me is something irreconcilable.
If anything, maybe you should get a foot in the door.
I don't think I ever thought that Donald Trump was still going to be relevant at this point.
When people are upset, when people are angry, I think sometimes it's just they have to do something that gets someone's attention.
We have these really unfortunate anti-transgender bathroom laws, and now there's this big legal battle between the Department of Justice in North Carolina, and I wanted to get your guys' take.
There's so many things we could be talking about, and we are 100% focused on this. We're not talking, how did Puerto Rico get to be such a disaster? What are we going to do? How are we going to save it? Those are a lot more important in my mind than whether a transgender person can use the bathroom in Charlotte, North Carolina.
It's not that we don't want transgenders, but I think a lot of people who are, can I say perverted? Like perverted men will just go in and be like, oh, I'll go in there and, like harass someone, but the law would be behind them saying, I guess I identify as a woman, so I can go in there, but you have something really horrible happen.
And as conservatives, we're supposed to be in the business of not trying to prevent laws, prevent problems that don't exist, right? So right now, there is not this rampant problem with people going into the wrong bathroom and assaulting women. Again, if you stand in solidarity with the person who says that a high school football coach should be fired and arrested for leading a silent prayer after a football game, then you cannot be surprised when people start erecting that transgender bathroom laws in North Carolina.
This is probably one of the reasons why I'm Republicans, because I believe we kind of understand the law a little better. We have people who actually will make retaliatory laws.
Homophobia exists all around us. Many people are homophobic. I'm sure I'm probably on some basic level homophobic. But to me, I think when we can get to the point as a society where we can accept the truths about ourselves, the ugly truths about ourselves, that racism exists, that homophobia exists, and how do we as a community come together, talk about it in a manner that is productive. I think that's bigger than politics. That's really about fortifying the principles that America was founded on.
So just to finish off, where do you see the state of the Republican Party going from here?
I guess the euphemistic term you could use is transitional.
I think we're at a point where we're probably in survival mode.
I do not believe that Donald Trump represents the future of the Republican Party, but more so as the more bombastic, iteration of our past. And so I think if there's anything people have to do this year, it's to examine what it is they truly believe. And I think that if there is one takeaway that we can have for this year, it's that.